Hello. Today, I want to show you some mind-blowing information. I want to share with you some mind-blowing information. And normally, if you have a query or you're doing a research work or you're seeking information, google.com is the go-to place. But have you heard about ChatGPT? And if you haven't, then you want to listen to all I want to share with you. ChatGPT is actually a model, an artificial intelligence model that has been trained to interact in a conversational way. It has this dialogue format that makes it possible for you to throw questions at it. It can even answer follow-up questions. It can admit its mistake. And if you give it a correct and incorrect premise, it can even challenge you and tell you, no, that information is wrong. It can even reject inappropriate requests. For example, let me go to Google. I'm going to ask it just a simple question. Tell me about when Florence Nightingale visited UPTH in 2019. That's where you would have gone to if you had this question. I'm going to press enter. And it's telling me Wikipedia, history and facts, biography, and what did Florence Nightingale. You don't have, it doesn't answer my question. But let me go to chat.openai.com. If you don't have an account, you want to click sign up. But I already have an account, so I'm going to log in. And I'm going to use my Gmail to log in. So I'm going to click continue with Gmail. I pick the email, the Gmail I want to use and log in. And that's basically it. You are logged into ChatGPT. So let me go back to Google. I'm going to copy, okay, so I'm going to copy this information and I'm going to ask ChatGPT this same question that Google couldn't answer. Again, I said it would challenge incorrect premises. So now it's telling me, I'm sorry, but I must correct you on this. Florence Nightingale passed away in 1910, and there's no way she could have visited UPTH in 2019. She was a renowned British nurse, founder of modern nursing. Although she's no longer with us, Florence, you know, this, and again, there's nobody, I'm not chatting with a company rep. This is all artificial intelligence. I'm chatting with a bot who is able to interact with me. You can even press on and say, okay, let me tell it, I was at the event at UPTH when Florence Nightingale spoke. Let me still challenge it further. And let me see what it would think, what it would say. I apologize for any confusion, but it is not possible that you are there. It's even telling me, this is wonderful. Perhaps you're referring to an event that commemorated Florence Nightingale's life, or an event when someone's, this is wonderful. And you can use it in any format. For example, I can tell it, my name is Jude. Well, I won't tell it I'm having marital issues, but I'm going to tell it, okay, write me a love letter. Write me a love letter to my wife. So I'm trying to woo her. She's angry with me and all of that, to my wife, Nurse Florence Mobi. So again, I want it to help me write a love letter. Again, if I put this on Google, because I want you to see this comparison, because people think Google is the final bus stop, man. Look at it, it's giving me UTM list and all of that, related searches. But look at it when I put it on OpenAI, ChatGPT. Okay, so now it's mixing it up. So it says, Dear Jude, it brings me great joy to have the opportunity to express my admiration and love for your, oh. So now it's actually, okay, because I told it to write me a love letter to my wife. Okay, so again, I want to rephrase this and say, write a love letter to my wife. So again, it's garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you put in, that's what you're going to get. To my wife, plus Florence Mobi. Again, I'm going to press enter. Now it's done the writing. Dear Nurse Florence Mobi, I'm writing this letter to express my deep appreciation. And you can see it's actually different from the initial one. So it's going to keep giving you different options and all of that. Well, I'm sure you are sitting back and saying, how does this help me as a nurse? Well, you can use it professionally. I can ask you to design a resume for a registered nurse in Nigeria. And I press enter. Again, if I put this on Google, it's not going to give me an exact format. So you can see it gives me the personal information, the objectives, my education, professional experience, where I've worked, the dates, my skills, certifications. That's the importance of BLS, ACLS that we train, we offer at Nursing World Nigeria. So again, you can see it even knows you must have those certifications to get to land a very good paying job. And that's how you can use ChatGPT. Even with where you work, and you must do a nursing care plan. So I'm going to ask you to design a nursing care plan for a patient. I'm going to go for that. Which patient? Okay, let me use patient with liver cirrhosis. And it's going to design that in few seconds. That's the beauty of ChatGPT. So again, it's telling me the assessments. It's giving me my nursing diagnosis, risks for impaired liver function related to liver cirrhosis, and this is wonderful. And those are my goals. It's listing out the interventions and their rationale. This is wonderful. Okay, again, it's giving me all those interventions and the rationales behind it. Still going on interventions and then my evaluations. Again, it tells me there's a sample nursing care plan and all of that. But again, it gives you that foundational framework to build upon your current knowledge. And even if for example, I'm having problems with these patients, normally there's ascites with liver cirrhosis, we're going to put in a tube. And all of a sudden, the patient has developed a hematoma. I'm confused, what could be causing this? I can still go back to that GPT and say, my patient with a drainage tube has developed a hematoma. What could be the problem? And let me see what it tells me. Again, this is just purely artificial intelligence. And it's giving me, this could be due to few potential problems. There could be bleeding, which is obvious. That could be an obvious reason. There could be trauma. There could be dislodgement of the tube or an infection. This is wonderful. This is purely wonderful. Again, I remember when I was doing my master's degree at the University of, at the Niger Delta University, and I had to write a thesis. I didn't know ChatGPT then. But again, if I had known ChatGPT, it would have helped to provide that framework, that foundational framework, that skeleton for which I could have built up on my research work. But again, I won't say we shouldn't turn a blind eye to that attendant risks of fraud and plagiarisms. But again, we cannot overlook the possibilities of using this as a brainstorming partner for students, or even as support in formulating lesson plans for lecturers. Obviously, it's obvious ChatGPT can help to improve the learning process while maintaining the student's own responsibility for learning the material and developing knowledge and skills. So just to see what would have been different, I'm going to ask you to write a thesis on evaluating. So this was my topic then, perception on quality of nursing. Okay, sorry about that, quality of nursing care in selected hospitals in Bayelsa. Okay, Bayelsa State. And I'm going to press enter. And there it fires. It gives me the title, my thesis statement, the aim of this this study, and it's still going. I'm talking about in seconds. So again, it provides me 3 research. Okay, it's giving me 4 research questions. Again, and if I look at what it's telling me, it actually looks like part of my work then. If I still rephrase this question, it will give me something different. I also remember using Donabedian model as my theoretical framework. So I'm going to ask you to use Donabedian model as a theoretical model or theoretical framework on this thesis. Let me see what it says. Certainly, and again, it's firing out there. It's telling me about this looks like what I did then, because I talked about the structure, I talked about the outcomes, and it is giving you all of those information. that you need to help with your work. I talked about the processes. So that's the Donabedian model there. And it's relating it to my thesis, my topic on evaluating patients' perception on the quality of nursing care. You can use it in different ways. I can even ask it to, on a lighter note, to compose a song to celebrate nurses using the 2023 ICN theme. And let me see what it does. So again, remember, this song is, you can't find it anywhere on planet Earth. This is purely artificial intelligence generating this song. We have a chorus. Together we stand, Nurses United, we are bringing hope and healing from near and far. 2023 is the year of the Nurse ICN's team. We sing with pride and verse. Again, this is wonderful. Even basic questions like, how can I japa to America as a registered nurse from Nigeria? Let me see what it says. Okay, so it's telling me here are some steps I need to take. Pass the NCLEX, which is obvious. Apply for a work visa, okay? And it's breaking it down. So again, like I mentioned, you want to incorporate this into your learning. You want, if you're a lecturer or a tutor, you want to incorporate this into your materials. And like I said, there's a risk for fraud, there's a risk for plagiarism. But again, remember, ChatGPT doesn't cite references or sources where it's getting this information from. So you want to do well to make sure you reference materials you use. And again, you want to cite ChatGPT if you're using it as part of your work. On that note, I'd like to say thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Click on the notification bell icon so that you get notifications every time a new video is uploaded. Thank you very much.